Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we're playing Farming Simulator 15 on OGF Bayern. And I know a while back someone asked to do some harvesting with the regular combine. That is what we're going to be doing this episode. We got a couple of fields of canola here that are ready. And we're going to work on, I'm not sure how much we'll get done this episode, but we'll keep on harvesting and see how much we get done, I guess. Yeah, like I said, we got the 4 fields. We got the CR990 New Holland combine with I think it's a 7-point-some-odd meter header on it. I can never remember what it is exactly. 7.6 or something like that, I think it is. We can look at it, I guess. Let's see, headers. It's from the New Holland pack. Yeah, 7.6 meter. Yeah, I was right, 7.6 meter. Look at that. See, obviously not the largest head I could put on this combine. I think you can actually put the biggest head on this combine, if I remember correctly. But I figured, you know, with the size of the roads and stuff on this map, this would probably be the best choice of headers. Still somewhat good size, but not too big that I can't get down most of the roads without too much difficulty. I only crashed once getting to the field here, so I didn't think that was too bad. And that was because of oncoming car mainly, so, or actually oncoming truck, I should say. Let's see, yield-wise, not looking too bad. Looks like soil moisture is maybe a little low, but nutrients are good. At least on this part of the field, anyway. We're gonna have to get a little more to the inside of the field. We'll have to see once. Weed prevent only down to 1 day, really. It's just a little bit there. Let's realign that up. Not using the GPS mod. I'm just driving here. Maybe once I get around here, I'll set up the GPS mod here in a minute. Now, one obvious thing here with the different texture for canola on this map, obviously it doesn't quite look right with the animation on this header, but overall not bad. If I had to pick, this is probably one of my favorite new features of Farming Simulator 15. You know, you got the animation on the headers. Just my opinion, anyway, that really adds a lot to the game. We'll have this field wrapped up pretty quick here, I think, from the looks of it. And since the last episode on the Bayern map here, I did finish planting field 42 with corn. If folks watched the entire episode there, I did do the high speed at the end. Planted like 99% of the field. There was like a strip or two there I didn't quite record. But other than that, I pretty much recorded the entire planting of that field. That was like another hour and... it was like an hour and 20 minutes it took me after I did my initial recording. Not an hour and 20 minutes of high speed footage. So that was probably about... almost 2 hours to plant that field, probably. I mean, not quite, but pretty close. And that is, of course, with the 6-meter seeder, so got to get a bigger seeder that I'm sure would have gone a lot faster, but... And then I also did put down some fertilizer and then some double C herbicide, so probably have to put some more fertilizer, and I'm not sure about moisture. We'll have to double check that one, but I'm sure at least we'll have to put some more fertilizer down. The fertilizer levels on that field are obviously a little bit on the low side, so and I don't recall what the moisture level's at. I still have the truck over there yet, so I can tab to it. Maybe we'll do that here in a little bit. I'll have to see once, but okay, we're only 16% full. Wow. You know, if we're looking at the field conditions, okay, they're going down a little bit here now that we're getting towards the middle of the field. Still at X5 on the end and X2 on the PK. That's a little low. Soil moisture is definitely a little low and slightly acidic. Might have to double check that on the field 42 there of corn. Might need some lime on that field as well. I know typically, real life anyway, you'd cultivate that in before planting. Of course, that field is planted at this point, so a little late to do that. Okay, can we finish it all in one strip here? Probably not. I guess we'll look at this side here. It's like, what side do I look at to compare it to? Oh, we are getting it all so far. You know, the worst part is when you're trying to do this and you try to get both, or, you know, the whole width, and then you end up missing a little bit on each side. That's always the worst bit. I'm getting it all so far, kind of surprised. Just wow, and now we're missing a little bit. This field looks square. I'm not sure if, well, I shouldn't say square, rectangular. Not sure if it actually is or not. And as far as real life goes, seeing a lot of farmers out harvesting soybeans and a little bit of corn. Not quite so much on the corn yet, but definitely a lot of soybeans getting harvested. And for your people with OCD here, we'll get this a little bit. Seeing as how we're going that way anyway. Okay. What field do we want to start on next? We'll start on 13, I guess. Oh, and I was planning on bringing some trailers down here too yet. We only got 22% off that field. Probably won't need any trailers at that rate. Okay, we'll try and read a couple of comments here a minute. Bomb Bear says he can't find the server. Talking about the multiplayer server there. It did crash, or I shouldn't say crashed, it was off. So I don't know why it was off, but it was off for some reason, so that's why you cannot find it. I search again and it should come up. Yeah, I'm not sure why the multiplayer server there crashed. Pleasant Valley multiplayer server. But for some reason it was I keep saying crashed. It was actually off, so I don't know why it was off, but if that's because it crashed or somehow it got shut off. I'm not sure if like the provider there does like an update or something and it shuts the server off, or if maybe we're running it a little too hard to get shut off. I'm not sure how that works, but it was off for some reason, so back up again now, hopefully, so should be working. Kind of unusual too, because I just actually restarted the server here the other day. Actually, let's see, 24 hours ago, I think it was. Yeah, a day ago. I restarted it. Did the log cleanup things, so reason for the restart there. So yeah, kind of odd, it crashed already. I should probably get the GPS mod set up here so I can actually read some comments and watch what I'm doing at the same time. Not the easiest thing here to read comments and watch what you're doing combine, especially on a small field like this. Okay, Delcom was saying the pigs and cows, they only need one fruit type until they reach 101. And then you'll need 2 fruit types. And then he said once you reach 201, then you'll need 3 types. So yeah, I think I mentioned that last episode there on Pleasant Valley, or maybe it was the episode before, working on animals. And I don't know what if there's a specific type or how it works exactly, but at certain levels you need certain types of fruit and feed, I guess you could say. I believe that's all covered in the help videos that come with the map, for those of you wondering about that. And I do have a link to that in all my Pleasant Valley videos, for those of you looking for that. Should be a link there in all my Pleasant Valley videos to the help. It's like a help document, and then in the PDF document there's linked to all the videos covering all the different topics. And at least myself, I have not watched all the videos yet. I've watched like bits and pieces. You know, it's like every time I do something different, it's like, okay, better go watch the video on this, see how it's done. See if there's any important notes to make about it. You know, for example, the pigs, cows, chickens, completely different setup than most normal maps have for the pigs, chickens, and cows. You know, on most maps you actually have to buy the chickens and it calls beef and then pigs. Whereas on Pleasant Valley you just got to give them feed, and it starts you off with some, and yeah, basically over time it grows, so produces more. Whatever you want to call that there, I guess. Somehow grows just did not quite sound right there. Kyle was saying if you need some washed potatoes, feel free to grab some from the Blue Farm. So yeah, like I said, I knew the Blue Farm there had some potatoes, washed potatoes, I should say. I think you can sell those as well, if I remember correctly. And the washed potatoes fetch a higher price than just unwashed potatoes and the normal potatoes. And I don't think I showed that on screen yet, if I remember correctly. There's a potato washer. It's a placeable, if I remember correctly. You can put down, you dump your potatoes in it, and you get washed potatoes out of it. So that's basically how that works. Parker said it may have crashed. Yes, it may have crashed. It was actually off, so crashed, shut off. I don't know what it did, but it was off. So. Okay, one last narrow little strip here. What are we up to? 42%. Will was saying 7,000 plus hours. That's a lot at the graveyard. Must be filling up by now. I didn't actually look at it, but yeah, last time I looked at it, it was a good, I would say, 2/3 full or so. Yeah, definitely filling up that graveyard. I'll have to try to remember to show you guys again the next time we're on the server. And I have my iPad here laying across my keyboard. That's why I'm not racing and lowering the header on the combine, by the way. When I get to the ends of the rows. Parker was saying just sell the white trailers. It doesn't make sense to him to have the equipment the proper color for the farm, so in this case white farm, white equipment. I'm not sure actually where all the white trailers came from though, because I, at least myself, am not the one that purchased all those white AgroLiner trailers that were on the white farm. I had like 4 of them there. I bought one for the white farm, one white AgroLiner trailer, but I don't know where all the other 3 came from. And at least I don't think you can hook them up together, so it doesn't really make sense to have more than maybe 1 or 2 anyway, I don't think. So it'd be one thing if you can make it like a road train out of them, but I don't think you can make a road train out of those AgroLiners. At least if I remember correctly anyway. Oh, Parker left a comment here. Red trucks belong on the red farm. Oh, come on now. I got a red truck on the white farm. Someone keeps bringing it to the red farm all the time, but I do have a red truck on the white farm. And yes, I did buy the red truck for the white farm, for those who wonder. I bought a red truck for the white farm. For you OCD people out there, that seems to be driving you nuts, but I did buy a red truck for the white farm. There's a red truck on the red farm too, by the way, for those who are wondering, so or at least there was anyway. Hey, look, we just reached 50. Wow, this combine holds a lot. I haven't used this combine much, and I can't just realized it holds, must be about 14,000 this combine holds. It definitely looks like we're going to harvest this entirety of these 4 fields here. I think I actually double check. Is there one more field? I think 20 has, yeah, 20 had, oh, 18 has canola on it too. Okay. Yeah, they're not quite ready yet. So we do have 2 more fields of canola. Okay, looks like that's all the comments up till this point. You folks may recall, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I was complaining YouTube was no longer emailing me all the comments you guys were leaving. Well, it seems to have resolved itself, and I'm now getting emailed all you guys' comments again for the last couple of weeks, so not sure what changed, what, where, and how, but it seems to be working again. Thinking YouTube must have fouled something up somewhere. And with that being said, I know I don't get emailed everybody's comments. So if you're wondering, like, hey, did I see your comment? Or, yeah, wondering why I didn't see your comment. And it's possibly because it did not get emailed to me. I know, like, a lot of comments, for example, if you just leave a comment saying hi or something like that, or first view, a lot of times I will not actually get those comments emailed to me. That must be just the way YouTube is, I guess. I'm not sure. Sometimes it does, but it seems like sometimes it doesn't, so. And yeah, obviously if I don't get an email about the comment, then I don't know there's a comment there, so. Also, it'll be interesting to see what Giants does with the Gold Edition of Farming Simulator. Or Farming Simulator 15, I should say. I know it seemed like when Titanium Edition came out for 2013, that really, really improved Farming Simulator, I thought. Farming Simulator 2013. So it'll be interesting to see if the Gold Edition does the same for Farming Simulator 15. Just from what I remember anyway, the titanium equipment that came with a titanium pack there looked a whole lot nicer than the original in-game equipment did. So, you know, I'm just curious if the gold equipment that is coming with the gold DLC for Farming Simulator 15, if they will have done any improvements or not. And for those who are wondering, yes, I am using my steering wheel again. And when I use my steering wheel, I do use the shuttle control. Folks may notice I actually have that on. Typically when I'm using my keyboard, I like to turn that off. But when I have the steering wheel, then I actually kind of like to use it. It's kind of fun to use that. I've got it set up on the shifter lever on my steering wheel, so actually shifting it shifts me forward and reverse. Which is actually, it's kind of funny, you know, Logitech steering wheel here. You know, most of the buttons don't work on it in Farming Simulator, unfortunately. But one of the things that does work is the shifter. So, yeah, I don't know why, but it's actually probably, I shouldn't say I don't know why, I kind of do. But it's probably because the shifter buttons actually have a lower button number than some of the other ones. I forget what it is again, but Giants only recognizes so many buttons on a controller, if I remember correctly. And obviously the Logitech G27 steering wheel has more buttons than what Farming Simulator will recognize, so that's why it seems like most of the buttons don't work, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, I do have a few buttons programmed on the steering wheel, but for the most part they're all blank. And I typically end up using my keyboard for like raising and lowering the header here. I actually do have it configured, but I don't remember what button it is again. And then yeah, most of the other functions. I know I've got like on and off for the header. Attach, enter, and then I have think that actually might be it, maybe. Yeah, I would definitely assume when the Farming Simulator steering wheel comes out, they would definitely have to fix the fact that it can only support so many buttons, because the Farming Simulator steering wheel definitely have a lot more buttons than the G27 does, I would assume. At least from the looks of it anyway, that side panel sure has a lot more buttons than the G27 does on it, so... Oh, nice. We're going to get this entire last row here, looks like. And we'll be up to, what, 70% maybe? That'll leave 30% for field 11 there. That is the biggest of the 4 fields here. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. I know I had a button on the steering wheel here configured for the raise and lower. Is it actually shut the header off too? That's interesting. Oh, actually on and off. That's what it probably is. It's actually not raise and lower. Oh, it shuts it off and raises it. I guess that works. Get over just a little bit there. I guess I could probably actually get outside the cab here. I think I've been inside the cab for the entire episode. Show actually outside view of the harvesting. Oh, looked like there was a weed there. A solitary single weed in my field of canola. Okay, folks, so with that, I think we'll wrap up the episode here. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.